Hello, we're just waiting for some people to come in until 9:30 and then we'll get started. So we're just waiting until a few people come in. And posted, get everything up. Just waiting for some people to come in and then we'll get started. Hey Kim, you made it. Yay. We'll just wait till some others come in before we get started. Hopefully you're having a good day. Are you still stuck at home doing paperwork? I bet. It's crazy here too, and the stores are horrid. Did you get really bad storms last night? We got storms, hail, and high winds and everything. It was pretty crazy. Oh, sunny, I wish. Not here. I don't know. I know some are still probably coming in. I'll give them till about 9:35 and then we'll go ahead and start. It always takes people a little bit to get in, so we're trying. And this is the first, so maybe it take a little bit longer. What's going on in my world? What's not going on? Working on this. Oh, while I'm doing that, hold on. While we're waiting, I'll show you more pics from the recipe kit. They have grocery list pages. And I made mine a little smaller, but they're actually like half-size pages. But I made mine a little smaller. I wanted them shorter. So those are really cute. And then there's recipe cards, which I thought were really cute. Although I think I'd probably put some fabric and stuff on there versus use them as a recipe card. And then there's actual cute little recipe cards, which I thought were really pretty. Look at the little pig. He's so cute. And then there's these little like banner tags, which I think will be perfect for like paper clips. And I love their little ball cannon jars. They're so cute. So I like those. And then there were these wish lists. I love the little women. So cute. And there's like, well, there's two different little women that you get. And then some of the little tags are real cute. They have cute little sayings on them. And there's little chickens. There's like a Polaroid. And the little roosters. So I thought those were cute. So I've been printing these off, and there's like a little tag that's category, dish, and name. Those are really cute. And there's some cute sayings like a family stitched together seldom unravels, and home memories. Bless my garden. There's some dogs. Family meal time is fun time. Trying to show you. Farmhouse, sweet farmhouse. I thought that was so cute. I did too. I loved the pig. So I love the farm fresh ones were cute too. And they're just so cute. But they had like a nice little variety of in the flowers. You can use those in any kit. Like a lot of these you can. So I was super excited about that. Let's see. Oh, there's more of the ones because some of them have different vegetables in the jars. I thought these were all really pretty. And I mean, like, pretty much everything on this page, minus, maybe the bowl, you could use in a different kind of journal. So you can use them a lot. So there's like, the cows. There's just a lot of different ones. And they look gardening. They're real cute. Little Kiss the Chef and Memories tabs and my favorite places in the kitchen. Look at the little modern kitchen thing. Isn't that cute? And they have the little stove. Thought those were cute. There's quite a few little rooster ones in here. If you love roosters, there's quite a few of those. And then I printed them out, some of them out big, and they even come out really good when you print them large. Because I thought these would be cute as like a full-size tuck on the side of the page. And then like some of them print out a lot bigger, but even the women, I mean, they didn't like pixelate or anything. There's a little big tag. So, and I printed some out and they come as images, so you can print them out in different sizes. And I'm actually going to use just plain tea-dyed paper just because I want mine to sort of have that vintage feel is what I'm going to do. And then I figure I can spray color on to match pages differently according to like what section of the cookbook it would be. You know, like your vegetables, I could do green, and desserts, you could do maybe like pink, like cherry, like pinkish red for like strawberries, cherries, that type of thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and start on this. If nobody comes in, that's fine. It'll record it and it'll just be like recording, but it's live. This is the last signature. It's hard to believe it's the last one. We already had some stuff in here, but I do want to do something on the front page. I think I actually want to pull this over. I actually want to put an envelope in there, a coin envelope. So we have to decorate that. What do we want to put on that? Let's see. Oh, you know what? That would be cute. I'm going to grab some of my fiber that I made. I think that'll be cute on there. And I'll stain it up in a minute. Oh, you're going to do blue? That's cool. I love blue. Let's see if I can ink this up a little. Yep, it's going to let me ink it up. I just want to sort of ink up and show up some of the texture. And it takes ink really well, the little fiber paste does. I'm in Indiana. I don't know who else is in here. I know my mom usually tries to join in. I don't know if she'll make this one or not. Flaked off a little piece. Oh, seriously, my daughter Elena's in here. I didn't even know she was in. That's so funny. I actually think I'm going to do yellow because of that yellow there. So I'm going to pull a little bit of my cheesecloth out here. My throat's all crazy. And cut with my pinking shears. That's so funny. She's so excited to help out on these videos. She's in her room like every ordinary teenager. I didn't even know she was on here. Let's see. What else can I find to put in here? There's some blue in there, so maybe we could grab some of our blue doily. That would be cute. Just chunk off a piece of it. And then, you know what? With that white flower in the yellow, I think I've got a little, let me see. Yeah, I do. I could use that because it's got red in it too. I think that would go really good. That's really pretty. I think I will. Just sort of do a mix-up of colors. You got my Fabri-Tac. She's a teenager, Kim. She doesn't like to learn. Oh, wow. I will have to show you before. I have the cutest new little tool I got that is so neat. It's probably, I'd say one of my favorite of all times. And I don't have a lot of favorites, but I mean, I have a lot of tools that I like, but not one that I'm like, oh, I'm going to use this all the time. But I actually have one. It's so cute. Of course, I like anything little. Okay. Put a little bit of this on here. You know, it is extremely stringy, but I tell you, it works, so you really can't complain. But yeah, and the smell, I don't like the smell of it because you get like that acetone smell, like from a fingernail parlor. You know, hold on just a second. Let me slide this over here. Let me grab something really fast. Grabbing my basket of my stains that I have. I don't know, I'll try to do that off. And add a little spray over top. And it went everywhere. Nice. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Let me. I'll try to hold my yellow. Just get my fiber in there. Just so it picks up some, not everywhere. And just wipe the extra up here so it's not everywhere. There we go. And set that over there to dry. And I added just a little bit of pink because what did I do with my little flower? Losing my mind. And that'll have just that hint of pink that'll pull out of that flower through there. I think I'm gonna curve it up right like that. Was you waiting for the spray, Kim? That's so funny. I know. You don't realize, I mean, because I never used it all. I had sprays, but I never used them a lot. But I put a shelf with all my art stuff like right behind my desk where I'm working, so I can like just literally flip around and grab it. With it there, I use it so much more. Oh yeah, I did get a new splat box. If you don't know what a splat box is, I actually bought mine. They're fairly inexpensive. I actually got a Tim Holtz one. You don't have to. You can make one DIY, and we may make a DIY one. But I actually bought mine. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead. You know what? Let me ink around here. Although I'm not sure how much it'll show. I got some new inks, and I did get some new sprays. I actually bought some Tim Holtz Distress sprays when I did my sale in the group. I did some, and I had to buy some of the glazes because the glazes are like just amazing. And I could have used those. I could have used some of that on these flowers. It's just amazing. I ought to use them just so you can see them. Because I tell you, it is so cool. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Joetta. How are you guys doing? Now you can hear my voice and hear me cough and sneeze and all of that. I'm sure you guys love that. So I'm going to play with some of my toys. So I actually got, these are Tim Holtz, but they're the embossing pens. So I'm going to put it on all the little flowers and I'm going to try to do this. Hopefully it will work because I already glued it on here and I should have done it before I put it on here. You probably would have. It seems like it's very wet. Give it a second. I'll make sure it's rubbing on here. Nope, it hasn't coming out yet. It's slow coming out. Well, nope, it's coming out. There it goes. It goes as soon as I grab a hold of it with my fingers, it starts going. You have to expect that, don't you? You guys missed it. When this records, you'll have to go back to the beginning and check out. I showed some more of the cooking paper, the country kitchen paper. It is so cute with the little roosters and the pigs and stuff. It's so cute. So you have to go check it out again. Let me see if I can get it to stick on that. Let me find the rose. This is some of the glaze. I probably should have done this before I glued it on. I wonder if I can get it off. Probably not. What do you guys think? Think I can take it off without ripping everything apart? Maybe. 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 If I do that, I can use my dauber so I can put it on really, really thick. There we go. Yep, it did. Let me find a piece of paper to use. I'll just use this. Yes, I'm going to glaze. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to do this and look up at my thing and open this container, and it's not wanting to open. Let me try to get the plastic off of it. Hold on. There it goes. It's packaged really well. Yes, I'm going to use some of the tattered rose. And I'll try to keep up with sort of some of the chat, but it's sort of hard for me to do that and do everything at once. I'm just not that good. Okay, so let me see if I let this dry now. You know what? Let me show you the dauber. Where did this is the dauber, and it's really cool too. If I can get it open. I sort of like it if I want to cover the whole area. There's not a lot, but I'm going to use the brush. You guys, I'll make up my mind in a minute. This does dry, so you have to work fast. And it just sort of wets it. It's not real thick or anything, and you would expect it to be thick, but we'll see. And I'm horrid on the tips of everything, so this is actually a brush tip. I probably should be using the little bullet one, but it goes all right back together. Let's see if I can get it to... It just doesn't feel wet to me because I think I'm used to like stamp pads where, you know, stuff feels really, really wet. Oh, and I pulled way too much out. You guys can watch me make a mess of things. No, it is sticking. Yeah, Trisha, those pens, they don't even feel like they're wet. It's really weird. I mean, you don't even feel like you're doing anything. The paper doesn't even feel wet, but it holds it, so you don't get like all that after. Of course, I covered everything with it, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I did anyway. Watch me stumble as I stumble through this one. I will have this stuff everywhere. Should have got a big piece of paper, huh? I'm like that with glitter too. I can't use glitter. I get glitter everywhere. Well, I should have opened that before, but I wasn't planning on using it. But then I decided to. A nice wet rag. Okay, let me grab my gun. and plug it in. Yeah, I'm trying to read the things, but okay, what do you? Yeah, exactly, Kim. Glitter is everywhere. Trish, did you have a question? Like, I'm trying to watch and do it, and I wasn't looking up. Were you just asking about the glaze? Oh yeah, I wear glitter forever, and it's all over. I always get it on my face because then, like, I rub my face or whatever. I'm gonna hit my mic, so you guys aren't gonna hear me for a little bit because I don't want you to have to hear the gun. And then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know how long I was gone, but not very long. It's drying real fast now. But let me pull it off here where the glue is still sticky. Let me put this out of the way before I get it everywhere. And re-wipe my. Thank my husband for the mini shop rags that he donated without knowing he was donating them. Yeah, it's just that's it. I don't know if you can see. Do you see how everything has that? This is the tattered rose. So see how everything has that vintage pink look? Like, let me put it on something white so you can see. Maybe you can see the difference. Yeah, now you can really see. See that pink? I mean, it really pinked it up where that was a white flower before. So, I mean, it did really good. But I love it because it has that vintage feel, but it's that bright pink. It's neat. And it's dry. It just has, but it has like that, you know, like when you shellac or varnish something, so you get that really nice glossy look to it, where it almost looks like it's. I love it. So there you go, Trish, if you were wondering about it. And the dryer is just like a hair dryer. It's obviously the powder, and then you just hold it on there and you move the heat across. And as you move the heat across, it melts it. So it's almost like if you see ice, where you know ice is like solid white, and as it heats, it moves across and it gets clear. It's the same concept. And I don't know if you can see on the back of there where you can see that pinky color. Oh, I was trying to make sure I don't get out of focus. That reddish pinky color through there, that's what color it is. Oops. Now let me glue it back down. So there we go. Instead of that pretty pink, I love it. Oh, and I got, just in case you couldn't tell in the pictures, this is the tattered rose. So, I mean, you can see sort of the color of the embossing powder to the color that the glaze is. And then there's the vintage photo, which, you know, you have to have vintage photo. And then the peeled paint, which actually dries a really light green. I may, when I get done in a minute, do a sample of all of them. And then there's the broken china, which is the blue I love. That's like my favorite color right now. So, and I wanted to put this on there, and I'm only going to do 3 sides. I'm going to leave the back just in case I want to put something in later. Just to cover up that white right there and give it a little something. So there's our little envelope. We've got these in here already. So that's done. I'm going to stencil there. I actually think I'm going to stencil because I like to do 2 pages. So if you want to draw something over here, you can write over here. So I always do sort of a 2-page thing. Okay, so we're here. Let me grab, I want to do just a small tuck. I have this really pretty Wildflowers of America that I just want to do as a corner tuck. Let me grab my glue, my favorite glue, my glitter glue. But yeah, Trish, I know I seen earlier as you were trying to figure out how I was doing everything at once. My daughter is actually on. She's been helping me. She's a sweetheart. And so when you see like links and all that stuff dropped in, usually when I record, she does all that. She's been doing all of that for me. So she just really helps, sort of watches out and, you know, make sure everything stays calm. And then let's see, what do we want to use in behind? I'm going to tuck something in there. Maybe the owl. It looks sort of cute there. Let's put some backing on this. So, you know what? I'm going to turn around and use the card that I just embossed on with that glaze. I'm going to actually leave a little bit of space around it. So I can't tell if you guys are still chatting or if you guys are just there or if you're not there. So every once in a while, give me a shout so I know you're still there. So I know I'm not just doing this to myself. I mean, not that I don't care. I have to do it anyway to get it finished. So, and I'm actually going to leave this whole index card there instead of cutting some of it off. And I want to I have some really pretty washi. Aw. Well, good, Kim. I'm glad you're there. I have some of this washi. It is so pretty, but it'll go with sort of with the little wildflowers on the side. Because I just thought that would add just a little pop of color, but not really take away from it. And so I like that. In this little page, what do we want to do? I had something for this that I wanted to do. But yeah, I got all kinds of goodies. Oh yeah, Kim. It's just like the pink that I just used, but it's called Broken China. But it's like, oh, it's the same color as this flower. Well, okay, it's a little more turquoisey. It is so pretty. Okay, I'm actually going to put some washi down through here to cover this up. That black permanent marker was actually on the page in the original book that I pulled this out of. So I'm actually just going to put washi on both sides. And again, I know me and Eric came up and maybe one of the last video, someone was saying something, and we were talking about washi, and you know, my washi set in my drawer. I have a drawer of washi, but I actually it's the perfect way to store your washi. I tried and I had jars. I've did it in jars. I've did it in baskets. I've did it on like on hangers. I've used all kinds of different ways to store my washi and could just never find a way that I really, really liked. Until I found the way that I store it now. It's a silverware drawer from Walmart. I paid like $4 for it. It sits on top of my shelf. And like, I don't have mine. I sort of have mine categorized according to how I like them. So they probably look crazy to everybody else, but so then I have like my full sets that I buy, over here. So, I mean, I have a little bit of washi, but yeah, it's perfect. And I mean, you can put your sets up here and they just fit, and it's thin enough that you could actually stack, if you need to do 2 or 3, or if you need more. So that's an easy way to store your washi. Let's see. Where did it go? Here it is. I have this little card I was just going to put on there just with the green, just to add something, but not really take away from the whole entire page. Because, I mean, this is all over here, so I don't want it to be too much, so I don't really want to put an image. You don't have an image on top of an image. But I sort of want to pull that pink over, so that sort of pulls it all together. And then this little chicken thing here I'm going to keep, but I want to put something down here. And I'll just use a piece of my paper here. Let me get my tear roller. Just because I don't want it to be straight. And these little pieces I put over there because I may use that. Oh, Trisha, now let me tell you, girl, I have the ones I got all 4 this time because they're brand new. They just released in this month. I mean, like, that's why some of the things were back ordered, because we were waiting for stuff to come in. No, they're not on my Etsy, but I'm doing them in my Facebook store. Eventually they'll go to my Etsy. But I bought, the ones that I sold this time, I got all 4 of those. And then what I'm going to do is, like, every time I run a sale, I'm going to try to get a few more. Oh no, Trish. That's awful. I hate when that happens. You spend all the time getting organized. I have 4 kids that are teenagers. So let me tell you, girl, I know how that works. Every time I get something organized, something happens. And I'm, when you do any kind of arts and crafts, it's hard to stay organized anyway. At least for me, because I'm always, well, let's use this. No, I want to use that. But, yeah, as far as the glazes, I got the 4 this time. And then every time I do a sale, I'm going to add more. Now, I will tell you that they have, and I'll have it, I have another order coming in, but they actually, the Distress Crayon tin, actually all the glazes will fit in the Distress Crayon tin, so you can have them organized. So there are multiple colors. So as they add, I'm excited about those. I'm actually going to ink here. I'm going to stencil on here. I want to do some wildflowers. Ooh, I could have done a spray. Oh man, Kim, you let me not do a spray. How could you let me not have a reason to use a spray? Yeah, so those will be something that I'll keep in and stuff because I absolutely love them. You know, we could do a spray on there. Let's do green because if it leaks through the front, it's not going to make a difference. Look, I'll grab my box so Lainey doesn't give me a hard time. It's a splat box. Imagine that. Something that you would have that you could spray with and not get anything anywhere. This was one of the that was one of the Amsterdam that I made with the acrylic ink. And I sprayed that, which I mean, you guys just see me spray and put the paper on it immediately to grab it. There's no paint to get off of it because it's completely dry. It dries that fast. I mean, as far as like sucking the paint up. But yeah, so my little splat box catches all my overspray so it doesn't go all over my room. So let me dry this real fast. Okay. Yes, and see, very little of that shows through on that page. So, did really good. On Wednesday, when we're going to be doing the lives on Wednesday, me and Penny are going to be doing them. Of course, we're starting a new one. If you guys didn't see, you need to make sure that you either have a magazine, a catalog, a journal. You can also use like a composition book. If you have one of those, you know, if you have an old one you've wrote in, you want to get rid of or whatever, you can use that. So that works. Okay. So do that. Let's decorate something on this page. I'm looking to see. Let's see. That was the big bullflower, wasn't it? Ooh, you know what? I think I've got to use that hummingbird. But I want to save the little postcard part. And that gives me an excuse to play with my little tool as soon as I can find it. That I got. This is the coolest little tool. And these are fairly inexpensive. I think they're like, okay, I'm not going to quote how much they are. I'll have to look. I will look and let it know. I'll probably do some of these for the next sale. But they're by Tim Holtz, obviously, the Tonic Studio. They're mini rotary perforators. I love this. I fell in love with this. I don't know if you can see. Let me try to hold it. Let me grab something white and hold it. If you can see the little slits in the blade, the teeny little marks, they're so cool. Let me fold this over and use it. I try not to cut directly on my glass because I don't want to mess my glass up. It might be okay, but I'm still there. And I'm just going to, you know what? Yeah, I'll just cut along the edge of it. And I'm not pushing very hard. I'm just sliding it across there. And then you don't even have to fold it actually. But so I'm going to try to hold this up so you can you see the little bitty ends? Right there, like all the little pieces. So it tears just like a little ticket. This would be great to do like tickets in because it actually gives it that perforated edge on the end. And these are like, and it has a hole where you can put it on a ring. And there's a couple, there's, I know, right, Trisha? They're so cute. So yeah, these are definitely going to be in my next one because I love the fact, and you know, doing tickets. I mean, we get tickets all the time and I cut, and I always hate because they always have that jagged little edge at the end and you try to get it with your scissors and it drives me crazy. I just end up looking like I can't cut anything. But yeah, I love the fact that it does that. So, I mean, I can try to, hopefully you guys can see. Yeah, there you can. You can't really see the picture, but if you look at the edge, you can see every little bump. So cool. So it's probably one of my favorite. I loved it. So I fell in love with it. But anyway, back to Wednesday nights. Definitely tune in those because the things we're going to be doing is going to be, you know, lots of different things. I personally, on mine, plan on using a lot of mixed media. Just, you know, reaching out more into the mixed media arena. I was trying to find my corner punch. Oh, it's right in front of me. It's always right in front of me when I can't find it. I just want to round off my corners, I think, at the top. Just give it a more rounded look. And then I'm just going to attach this as a pocket. I have to make sure I watch the time because I don't want to keep you guys up too late. So I'll probably go till 10:30 and then, I mean, I could go on all night because wow, I did that really crooked. I'm a night owl, so anymore it seems like it's, you know, 1, 2 o'clock before I go to bed at night. What's frozen? Are you frozen? Okay, mine's still going. Are you frozen? Is that what you're saying, Trish, or did I say something? And I'm just going to turn this into a little tag. What do we want to put on top? I think I just want to put, I think I'm just going to put a little piece of the brown on top. Are you, Joetta? Well, I know you run like on second shift schedule, don't you, Joetta? My husband worked second for so long. Well, he didn't even work second. He worked this crazy shift. He went in at 4:30 and didn't get off till like 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning before he got home. So we ran this really odd schedule, but it was easier to do that than try to run 2 different schedules in the same house. I don't know if Trish was froze or, oh, are we? Huh. Maybe it was just needed to buffer a little bit or something. As I say, mine was going okay, and I know Elena's was, so. And you'll hear me call her Elena, or you'll hear me call her Laney. Just depends on what the moment is. I'm actually going to tear this down the side. Look, I was trying out where I did that earlier. I won't go there. I'll leave that on there. It doesn't bother me any. I like leaving oddball stuff on things. Ink it up a little bit. Let me tear that little piece off. I sort of like having that little odd look on the edge. Sometimes it adds a little, something to it. And I just want this to sort of tuck in there. Thought I might as well use it since I cut it off. And it sort of already blends, so just make a use of that. And then I want to use my little ASL card in there, I think. But I do want to round the corner. Oh yeah, I've never been a morning person. I wasn't a morning person even as a kid. That's always good. Drop everything here. But yeah, you guys should craft along with me. Is anybody actually crafting? Oh yeah, that's it, exactly. That's funny. I can remember every time I was a kid. If you got your whole name called, you knew you was in trouble. There was not no winning for that one. And that's that. And then we have our little tuck here. We need to put something in. But I have my little rat postcard. It's a little weird for me when we're doing the lives because, as I'm recording, because it's live, there's this delay until you guys answer. So I have to say something and sort of wait, but still say something so it's not dead until you say something. It's pretty crazy. Okay. You know what? I have a bunch of these, and I think that'll just fit on there. And that would be nice to have an extra envelope in there to tuck. Are you, Trisha? Those are so cute, but I want some bigger puzzle pieces. I think I'm going to have to, I don't want to do the little teeny tiny ones. Although I was thinking those would be cute to use in clusters. But I want to get a little kid's puzzle, where you get 10 pieces to a puzzle or whatever, where they're really, really big. I'm going to put this down towards the end here. Yes, the puzzle pieces were adorable. I really liked those. Yes, I will have to. Get the cat. Listen to it. Isn't that gross? Kim loves the rat. It's not that bad. Yeah, my daughter Elena is quite the little artist. She does get into my art stuff all the time. All the time. All the time. She's watching, so I have to get that in there. But she loves to draw, and I mean she's pretty good. I'll have to have her bring me some of her pictures. so I can show you. Oh, look, she's over here with her note. She just popped up here. She's drawing now. Yeah, that's me, Joetta. I don't like snakes, and bugs don't bother me, but snakes, rats, stuff like that, I just do not like. And I'm actually going to grab my tear roller here. Go right on the other side where my fold is here. I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to fold this into almost sort of a wibbly-wobbly trifold. And just slide that in there for a little extra writing space. Boo! That rat's nasty looking when you look down there, isn't it? Okay. So we have that there. Have this. I'm going to leave this one blank. Ooh, this one's got yellow on it. I have this little bird book, and I thought we could... Oh, of course they turn into this really pretty one. That's, oh, well, you know, I've just got to use that because this is the bird, and it's got like the same flower. This is, I'll show you in a, just like tearing these out. But I love these little birds. This is a Golden Nature Guide bird book. I found mine at the Goodwill. No, the thrift store. I got a whole bunch of them at the thrift store. Let's see. Let me grab my little scissors. I got these. Just gonna sort of cut around. And yes, I have Tim Holtz scissors, you guys. I just don't. I have two different ones. I have the little red-handled pair, and I think they're like 8 or 9. No, they're not. They're like 6 inches maybe. And then I got these, and these are actually part of like the haberdashery collection. I'll show you. They come in this cute little tin with like foam to store them in. But where the other ones have, what is the word I'm looking for? Anyway, they've got, you know, the little bumps, and I can't think of what that's called with the little bumps on the end. I just went blank. These are smooth, so these are really, really good for fussy cutting. I'm going to put this over here, but I think if I'm going to do that, I might as well pull out some of my green cheesecloth here because I love my green. Yes, Joetta, I do too. I love it. I got, like I said, I went to the thrift store and got a whole bag, and I paid like 69 cents for the bag, seriously. And there was like a bunch of books in there. These are the ones right down top. And I bought it, so I looked out. There was that one. There was this little one with the mammals in it, which is really cute. Then there was the Peterson's Field Guide to Insects, just tons. Look at those. I mean, seriously, that's just awesome. And then there's the trees, reptiles, and amphibians. Then these are all they're called first guides, so they're for like little kids. So they're just like basic information. There's not as much information as the other ones. Isn't that pretty? And then there was one of the old rocks and mineral ones, which serrated. That's the word I was looking for. Go at it, Joetta. You rock. That is the exact word I was looking for, and it just wasn't. You know, every once in a while, it just doesn't. I think, and it just. You think and can't think of it, and you know the word. It just doesn't pop in your head. Thank you very much. But yeah, so I got all of those books and the little bird ones for 69 cents in a little bag at my thrift store. So I come home flying high that day. I was so happy. because those little books are hard to find anyway, let alone that many in one. And then to get them for 69 cents. So that was crazy. The only thing would have made it better is if it would have been on Monday, because on Monday we get 25% off at my little thrift store. Well, it's not little, it's a large size thrift store. If you ever get into Hamilton, Ohio, on Route 4, as you go through Hamilton, Ohio, it is huge. It is really, really nice. And the prices are fairly inexpensive. I buy a lot of stuff there. I mean, it's like a lot cheaper than Goodwill, because our Goodwills around here, I don't know about in your area, but they're actually, some of the prices are starting to get really, really high. Okay. So that's there. I think I want to leave this one blank. We have the green here. I think we'll leave another blank. I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll leave. This is here, so we have to leave this one blank. So yeah, let's put something on this. I think I'm actually going to grab some spray, and we'll do some spray over my stencil. Look, splat box again. I am at it. I'm going to use yellow. And hopefully I'm not boring you guys. You guys aren't just sitting there going, oh, seriously, is she going to stop? Ask my husband. I don't. Not very often. Then I'm going to use a little bit of orange, and in a minute I'll show you why. Green. Darker one. Grab me a piece of that tea-dyed paper right there. Yay, I got a helper. Oh, I know. Yes, it is a stencil that you can use over and over and over again. That one and this one. Oh yeah, that is one you can use over and over again too. Let me. Just trying to get all the ink off here. I don't really want to waste it, so. So I sort of get that stamped off image, which if you're doing a tag, you know, you can use that one too, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, I'll use that in a little bit for something, if just cutting out a piece to. Okay. So let me set this to the side. Set it over there to dry. Thank you. So this is going to go right here. I'm going to grab my gun really fast so you guys will hear the gun for a little bit. Yeah, it's amazing how you get like a certain amount of stencils that you absolutely love and they become your favorite. And I love using the sprays for the stencils because I don't know if Kim's still on or not, because I know she loves the sprays, but it almost gives it, it gives it a watercolor effect. So you get like the orange and the yellow and the green when you mix the colors. It does really, really good. And I like that when it does that. So that sort of matches all those little flowers over here. So, and then we'll keep this one blank. We've got this over here. Okay. Then we have this. Let's, you know what? Let's use him. We will go ahead and use this. right on there. Let's see. Let's get my tear roller. And if you haven't made the tear roller, there's a DIY on the channel. That will tell you exactly how to do it. It literally costs you the cost of a roller from Walmart. So yeah, Trisha, those are the ones I made. And those are the ones I make from the 50-cent paint bottles. Grab me one of those paint bottles. The little apple barrel paints. And they're super easy. A little bit of water. You use paint, a little bit of water. I do use glycerin, but if you go to Walmart, you can find a little bottle of glycerin. Give me a bottle of glycerin out there. At Walmart, it's in the pharmacy. It's down by like the alcohol, all that kind of jazz. But it's pure vegetable-based glycerin, 99.5%. You get this big jar, and you use like 5 drops in a thing. It's super, and you have an alcohol because the alcohol helps basically preserve just in case, so you don't have like bacteria and that type of stuff. Okay. Let me pull out my and dry this a little bit more. Well, I guess I didn't dry this one yet. But yeah, the sprays work really, really nice with the stencils and stuff. And I love the watercolor effect that you get. And you can use the negative and you actually sort of create that image. This one. Okay. And then I'm just going to use my little fine line. Okay, go to my next size. No, let's just look. I have a helper here, so she can hand me stuff. Yay! And I'm not even worried about really going all the way around the edges, which is why I'm doing it so fast. I'm just sort of like trying to pull it out so you can see it. Just sort of to draw attention to the fact that it's hidden in the background. And some of it's faded, so you really don't see some of it. So you have to sort of guesstimate where you're putting it. And I'm just sort of tracing along the outside till it bumps into the next one. Just to sort of draw that out. So when I put it on my page, it's not, when you just pick it up and look, it's not going to blend into the background. You're going to notice it a little bit more. And this is just, it's a fine liner. It's just a black fine liner. It's not even like just an artist pen brush. Yeah, it is water based. But we're just trying to draw attention to that so it doesn't sort of disappear in the background. So I'm not even being super great with that. Then I'm just going to hit it with some water. And then I'm going to dry it, and that's sort of going to give it more of a cohesive look because these are water-based paints. It will blend the black in with it. But in order to draw on it at first and it not bleed and be really, really bad, then you have to sort of dry it out some, which is sort of crazy. You dry it out to undry it. And if you don't like the way it looks, just, you know, spray some more water on there. Let it set for a little bit. Move it around a little bit. It'll create a little bit more. Oh, aren't you funny? Oops. It's one of those layering things that drive you crazy, but it works really good. Turn it over the back. I know, it's crazy. I'm sorry. I guess I could mute my mic, but then you're just going to sit there in dead silence. So at least if the mic is going. Oh, it's okay, Catherine. I know you got little bitties. Catherine's got itty bitty kids. And lots of little sheep. I have to give Willie a hug for me. Yeah, I have a little sheep, but my little sheep is stuffed. He's not a real sheep. I'm getting real sheep eventually. So, from that stencil, just the spray over that we had, that's what you end up with, which I like. I think that sort of adds just a whole different look to it. And then I'm going to ink. And that's just sort of outlining the negative that you get from the spray over. But it just does add a whole different. That's a long trip. Oh, I bet. I wish, Catherine. I have to tell my husband when we get ready to get them, we need to take a trip out to your place to get them. Okay. Because this is sort of raised the way it is, I'm not even going to worry about putting any backer behind it or anything. Oh, you're too sweet. They're so cute. And I'm just going to put that on there. So I'm literally wasting nothing. And normally, you know, if you cover a stencil, you know that amount, you wipe it off or whatever. That actually, and I love that. Oh, do you? Oh. Oh. I bet. Okay, so what do we want? I want to leave this blank, I think, just so we have a nice page we could draw on. We have this, a journaling page. Ooh, no, let's leave this as a journaling because this is sort of busy. What do we want to do here? Oh, thanks, Joetta. Let's see. What do I want to do? I'm trying to look and decide what I want to add. don't want to do another pocket. Let's do a tuck down the side. Oh, you know what? I got a couple little, looking over here with my ephemera, seeing what I can pull up. Oh, thank you. No, I don't want that. And I think I'll use this, but I want to spray the page. And sliding the pages out. And this isn't mine. This is a Tim Holtz spray. So this wasn't made with my recipe. And I'm trying to open the bottle. Hold on, I'll let her open that while I'm inking this up. Sieve on time. I guess I should let you guys go. I'm sure everybody's... We'll finish this and then we'll come back. I'll come back another day and do the other one. I know some of you guys are early birds. I'm going to use my pinking shears on the edge over here though, just to give it a little bit more texture. Oh, I'll do it across the bottom too. I'll just leave the top straight. The rest of it all. Use my pinking shears and trim. What time works good for you guys? You saw what on Amazon? The pinking shears or the sprays? Oh, do you still have 2 hours? Okay, well, I mean, I can stay on and people can come back and catch it later. I don't care. My daughter's behind me going, yeah, stay up. Okay, the sprays. I love the Tim Holtz sprays. The one sprays that I used earlier with the stencils, I don't know if you've seen that or not. Those are ones we make out of the like apple barrel acrylic paint you buy at like Walmart or your big box stores, or acrylic inks. Like the acrylic inks. The inks are super expensive, but you don't use but like a couple dropperfuls. And then this is, you don't use very much of this either, about maybe teaspoon, tablespoon, depends. And these are just the generic 50-cent bottles from like Walmart, and you can get them in sets of different, like Farmhouse collection, Essentials collection, pretty cheap. And so we use those, and I've made some of those that I used a while ago. And then this is the Tim Holtz spray. The only reason Tim Holtz sprays I love is these are stains. These aren't sprays. So like, I'll show you in a second. Let me. Okay, so I can spray that. And always make sure you wipe your tip off, because if it dries in there, it will clog it. So I can spray that. And it's just like, basically, it's paper spray paint, if that makes sense. Then with the Distress, everything's made where it's water. So if you add some water to it, it'll sort of change it. So, okay, let me dry that real fast. So you guys all are a bunch of night owls. Catherine's got an hour. Trisha's got 2. Joetta stays up the whole entire night. I know Kim's an early bird. I think Kim gets up pretty early. I think she already passed out, unless that's Laney that's off. I don't know who all's still here. I know you're here. You're standing over my shoulder. My daughter is here over my shoulder, but
yeah, somebody left, so I'm gonna assume it was Kim.
I think Kim crashed. So see that pink edge just a little bit in the background. So it's going to add just a little pink in the background to sort of take it up so it's not so, you don't just have a pocket on a page. So that's what the sprays really do help. This is a regular spray stain, so it's just going to stain your page, basically is what it is. The difference between it and acrylic is, or the other sprays that we make, is this is like water-based. So it's more like when you tea or coffee dye your paper. Yeah, we get up early during the week, but I still stay up late. I go to bed at 2:30, but I'm up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. But the stains like that, the Tim Holtz sprays, those are just going to stain your paper, just like coffee dye and tea dyeing. If you Kool-Aid, all that kind of stuff, and that's what these are. That's what that does. They just stain your paper. The sprays that we made that you spray, which is like I used here, or like I used here, you can see how, let me sort of put this side by side. You can see how this stains the paper. Where you see this sits on top of the paper, that's because this is paint based. So if you just want a very light background, almost like, or if you want to use regular white paper and spray it because you need a pink page and you don't want to have to just dye a single pink page, the stains work great. Or you just want something like here where you don't want it too bold, you just want a background. That works. If you want, something that sticks out, sort of stands out like this, then that's going to make it stand on top of the page. That's the difference, if that helps any. So hopefully that helps. Okay. So let me pull this back over here and see what we got going on. Okay. So we have that. And I'm going to ink this little card up. And this has a lot of different nature books. Yes, but now right now is probably not a good time to try this, but let me tell you, you can use water and put Kool-Aid in a bottle and use it. You have to make sure you shake it up really well. What I would do is heat my water, add the Kool-Aid so you make sure every bit of it dissolves so you don't get that residue in the bottom. Right now is a bad time, like I said, to do this because of just the way things are. When things aren't bad, if you use alcohol, you can mix it up into alcohol, and when you spray, it almost instantly dries because the alcohol evaporates. But yes, you can do that. You can put it in a spray bottle, or I may do a video about that. Yes, you can do that though. So those there. And see that where we did, like, okay, I did the one here and sprayed. You can't really see it through. I was trying to find the one page that I just did. Where'd it go? There it is. Where we did the stenciling on the front with the sprays. You see how very little of that shows through? That's the difference. This will stain. It goes through a lot more. I like the acrylics because it stands on top. But yeah, I will try to do a video about using the Kool-Aid spray in a jar, or in a bottle. You know what? I think I want to do this as a flip. Page of that coffee dye paper. So I'm going to, oh, you know what? Go on my shelf and grab me a piece of my blue paper.
Yes, ma'am.
I like having a helper here. Usually I'm getting all this stuff out by myself.
I also going to use the Stormy Sky.
Yeah, so I'm going to glue the paper on the back just to cover it because I don't want just the white. Oh, me too. Now this paper here that I dyed with this blue, I used, let me remember what I would use with it. I used Reinker you use for an ink pad, but I will tell you this, you can use the blue food coloring that you have. And if you that you like use to color your cupcake icing or Easter eggs or whatever, you can do that and it will do it. So there's another hint on. No, I don't think so. So there's that. I should have grabbed my big scissors.
I can't find it.
I hauled my big scissors to the other room to work, so I'm cutting with the little bitties. But yeah, you can use all kinds of things to dye. I actually have a pretty extensive herb garden, and of course, we do garden flowers and all that stuff. And I actually want to do some dyeing using that. We're actually going to do some eco dyeing too, and I love eco dyeing. It's so neat. When you get that flower imprint on there, it just adds so much to it. But yeah, I love, like this color right here with the blue and the brown. I think it just adds so much to it, especially when you're doing like a nature journal. Okay, so actually have a piece of my fabric washi. I'm going to use it. Fabric works so well when it comes to especially doing like fold outs. And if you quilt or sew, anything like that, you always have scraps left. So it is perfect for that. Now if I can get it off. And you can make it really, really easy just by if you go like Walmart, or even you can order on Amazon, you can order online. You can buy at any hardware store. They have the carpet tape. And I have a video for that too, because it works so well. Let's see. And it adds, that bit of color along the side. And it's extremely flexible. You guys, you'll have to let me know the different ones that is part of my mod squad, or on my Facebook group, my admins, whatever you want to call yourself. You'll have to let me know if you have a telephone with like a video camera and you have access. I mean, not if you like are on limited minutes or whatever, it's not something you'd want to do, but if you have where you can use Wi-Fi or whatever. Yes, the fabric is really strong, and I like that, especially if it's something you're going to toss and turn and go back and forth on. We can actually do live streams where we can all do it together. I can fit up to 6 people, and all you have to do is use a phone. If you have like unlimited data, it actually goes through a browser, like through like Google or you know, that type of thing. So we'll talk about that more in chat. But yeah, if that's something you guys want to do. And of course my daughter's sitting here throwing the blue spray at me. She wants to see the blue spray. Blue spray. I'm gonna grab my blue paste paper. Might as well add a layer of blue on there, huh? Oh, cool. Yeah, so it just goes through your browser, just like yeah, just like Google Chrome or whatever Explorer, whatever you use. It hooks up to there. So what it does is it sends you a link. You click on the link and it pulls it up. You turn your camera on. You use the mic on your phone and your camera, just like if you're video chatting with somebody. But it pulls up here, and I have the ability to put all 6 of us on one screen working where we can pop in and out. It's really neat. So it might be something. Might be something we can do. So yeah, I love how that blue turned out. I love that. That would look pretty with this one too. And we have the owl. You know, we're going to end up getting this one done today. We have this already sprayed, but I want to put something on there. I think I'm going to do this because I like the way that looks. We need to trim this down though, I think. A mini trimmer. And trim these sides down. Oh yeah, your tablet will work too. As long as if you can pull up Google Chrome and you can, or whatever browser you use, if you can pull up your browser and you can use your video and audio, then it works. So I mean, it works on phones, tablets, or what or your desktop computer or whatever. We may do that. We could do some, like group craft things just for all the admin, and we could talk about, playing on whatever we're doing and and we can, talk about what we're going to do in the group and all of that stuff. Oh, I love that. That looks so good with that green. This is one of the sprays. Well, you can see how it's sitting on top of the paper, not in the paper. This is one of the sprays that we made too. I think it's actually called green light. It's one of the acrylic ink sprays. It's like green light, something green light. It's Amsterdam Permanent Green Light. Okie dokie. So that's in there. Let's see. We have a tag. Let's oops, I hit my light. The whole reinforcers, it's right above, right below the butterfly. Okay. Let's see. Put my whole reinforcers on here. Oops. Oh yeah, I'll just ink the back. Well, you know what? We'll spray the back of this with the green. Yeah, I'm not wasting any. That gives me a bluey green paper to use. The blue and the green, me too. Yeah, I think it would be really fun, Catherine. Oh, I always forget something. I love how the green faded around the edge. And then ink up right over top of that, and that's going to give it even more of a aged look. For the front. Okay. And I'm going to use my pinking shears. And these are pinking shears just for paper, not for fabric. If you have pinking shears that you use for your fabric, do not use them on your paper. You will destroy them. If you use a pair of scissors for something, use it just for that. If it's for paper, use it for paper. If it's for fabric, use it for fabric. A lot of people mix and match them, and it just never works out good. I just wanted to put something on the back, just sort of to add, so it wasn't so bare. Sometimes I don't like them where they're so bare. I like to have something on there. If I don't put, a lot of times I put, my teed or coffee dyed paper. And this one I'm not doing any sewing in, so. You know what? What's on the phone? Yeah, we can do this. This has that perfect green that matches in it. So I'm just gonna, and sometimes the smallest thing makes a difference. So there's the back side, which is fine. I actually like this side. It depends. Like these like my tags and stuff like that, my ephemera, I do on cardstock. And then my coffee dyed paper, I use just regular generic printing paper. No, I don't use no heavy pound, no nothing like that. When I come to printing my images like this, I find that 24 pound with like a 90 brightness does the best. So that's what I usually use. And I think you can get it at Walmart or you can get it online too, but the 24 pound 90 brightness is a pretty basic basic standard type of paper. So you can find it just about anywhere, and it's pretty inexpensive. You get like 500 sheets, I think, for like $5. I mean, that's not super cheap, but it's not super bad either. And I'm stingy. I don't use that paper for anything else other than those. So, you do, just like my cardstock, I use my cardstock for my ephemera. I don't waste, printing anything else on there. I make sure that I switch my paper in and out. I don't, just because I want that. I want to know I'm not wasting that paper, especially if I'm paying, a nice amount of money for it. which to me, $5 for paper is a lot, even if it is 500 sheets. I mean, because, and it's not even about being stingy or, being cheap or anything like that. But, when you get, by the time you add the cost of your glue and paints and inks and, all of the things you put in your junk journals, even if you're using used stuff, if you're buying stuff at thrift stores or whatever, it adds up after a while. So, and see, that was just a piece of that dyed paper and a piece of washi that I put on crooked, but it'll be fine. And then I'm going to use, yeah, your time, you put a lot of time in it, yes. And, you don't, I mean, people, I think sometimes people don't realize exactly how much time that you put into one, and it really adds up. I know, like, when I do, oh yeah, $30 for a whole case is really good, Trisha. Yeah, but some, like where I'm at, I have to drive close to probably close an hour and a half to not 2 hours to get to my Sam's. Oh yeah, when you start making them, you're like, oh, I understand why they're expensive. So see, that was just a piece of paper, a little washi, and a little piece of ribbon, but it adds just enough. And that blue will pull from this blue over here and the blue in the background there. So, okay, we do have a pocket here we need to do something with. Let's see. I have this alphabet. No, that's too blue. I don't want nothing that blue. Ooh, I like the pink on there.
Oh, sham spray.
Oh, does it? I will have to check that out then. Let's see. I just had a corner chopper. I found it. We'll have to check that out. Oh, nice. I will definitely have to check that out. Yeah, because I didn't know that they shipped. And because of the tape color in there, I'm actually going to use a piece of this really dark, the darker cheesecloth that I have. Yeah, I will definitely check that out. I didn't know that they shipped. Do you have to go in the store to sign up, or because we've talked about signing up before, but it was so far away that, or do you know? I'm going to try to put this mostly towards this side over here, to leave that open a bit. That just adds a little bit of something under there. Yeah, I need to do like all of these that I do. I try to do in there. Oh, wow. I'll have to check that out. Oh yeah, and Catherine, because you were the one asking about Kool-Aid earlier. If you take your Kool-Aid, even if you use water and add just a little bit of alcohol to it, you can, or if you make like it in the bottle, you can spray your lace and stuff and color it too. I don't know if, let's see if I can find a piece of white paper. That's what that's dyed with. And you see it's a really, really pretty, there you can really see how pink it is. So yes, you can dye your lace with it too.
Colors doesn't really pick up too good on the camera. For me, it's really pink here, but like the camera, it's kind of pink.
Yeah, and like from the color you can see on the camera, it's like extremely pink. And we'll lay that back. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Well, that's nice that you can do that. And I'm gonna use our little W we have here just to sort of tie, because it's a darker blue, bluish gray, just to sort of tie that in, which is why I folded that like that. But yeah, I need to do a tutorial doing a journal like I actually do them. When I put them together, I do more than this. These I'm trying to keep basic because some people don't have a lot of supplies. So, and I'm going to put that right in there. Oh no. Let's see. Yeah, I think I will. I'll bag it with some coffee dyed paper. Yeah, you know, if you could split the cost of the membership, that would work really well, I think. Yeah, every little bit helps. And if you're in an area where you don't have like a lot of craft stores, or you don't have a lot of Goodwills, thrift stores, things like that, it's hard to get a lot of stuff. I know I've been fortunate because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Goodwills that are all within like 45 minutes of me, and a thrift store, and my mom grabs stuff for me all the time. Like a lot of stuff, which really, really helps. Let's see. So, I mean, I've been really lucky with that, but it does. It's hard to build, especially when you first start out because you don't have anything. But that's why I like doing a lot of the DIYs, because, you know, a lot of people have, you know, oddball stuff laying around, and, you know, being able to do a DIY and create your own stuff out of stuff you already have laying around makes it really nice.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Yeah, I love going through the old, you know, all the old bins and stuff like that, finding all the odds and ends.
Holy shit, it's a good one.
Oh yeah. And Goodwill is one of those, they have nothing or they have everything. There's like no in between. It drives me crazy. Okay, so I just put that on there just to sort of add a little topper to it, and then it's got coffee dye on the back. Let's see, what do we have here? I'm gonna leave this and this. Okay. Trying to decide what I want to do here. I want to do a
I really don't have much here. I'm slowly learning this stuff.
I'm sorry if you can hear the train in the background. We have a train that travels not too far from us. So you can hear it, especially when it's at night. It's clear as all get out. So I'm going to put some glue right along the edge of this, and I just want to glue it to sort of have an extra tuck spot. Yeah, and yard sales. Yard sales too, because I stopped at a yard sale the other day and got a ton of stuff.
That's where my first started.
Let's see, what do I want to do? I have this blue here, I actually think.
I love the train.
Really? You think you were a hobo? That's so funny.
Conductor. Oh.
Or if you travel somewhere, a lot of times stop. Yeah, estate sales are nice. I'm actually going to turn this over and show some of the green. And I'm just going to use that as a tuck in there because I like the colors. The ruler, this is a 25-cent clearance ruler from Walmart. And all I did was use a small pair of needle nose pliers and chip it off and create my own tear ruler. You pay like $9 to $16 for these things when you buy them online. I actually have, if you look in my playlist, there's a DIY and I show you exactly how to do this. But yeah, so I paid 25 cents for this and everybody else was paying $9, $10, $11, $12, $16 for them. It's super easy. I'm sure your husband's got a pair of long nose, needle nose pliers. I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to turn this. I'm going to put this little ticket in the corner. Then I got this little strip of gold and green up here. And I'm going to throw up here in the corner. And just staple it on. It is, but until you do it, it's like, and you use it, you're like, it's super easy. I love it. Okay. And that one's going to stay blank. I don't want to do anything on these because I love the way they are. Do something back here. I hear you. My stuff is, I finally moved all of my stuff into one room. And took over a single room because it literally was just piled everywhere. And we just don't want to talk about what I have. I have way too much. I've been crafting for a really, really long time. A really long time, pretty much my whole entire life. It started when I was younger, and it's just, I've added to it slowly. And
A hobby.
when my kids were little, my kids were, oh, well, Elena was a year old, and I actually had a girl that I knew that owned a scrapbook store that she was going out of business, and she got a hold of me and she said, "Look, do you want this stuff?" And she quoted a certain price, which I could not beat because over a year's time I would spend more than $300. Gosh, I love what that stands for. So I'm gonna put that there. That's going to end that. Let's see. But yeah, so for like $300, I bought at a scrapbook store. Literally bought a scrapbook store. Everything inside of it. Of course, that's been 25 years ago. No, that's been 15 years ago. So I have it built everywhere, or had it everywhere. So I'm finally into one room now, and I do about every craft that you can think of. I think just to pull in with that green, I'm going to put some just a strip of washi down here, just as a decoration. I sew, I quilt, I scrapbook, I paint, I watercolor. Let's see, what else do I do? I love to cook. I love to bake bread. Bread's like my favorite thing to bake. Any kind of bread. You can hear my daughter squealing in the background. Love to make bread, homemade hot dog buns, hamburger buns, rolls, cinnamon rolls, all that kind of crazy stuff that you shouldn't have. I decorate cakes. I collect cookbooks. I have a bunch of buttons I'm sort of collecting. Let's see, what else do I do? Let's see. Oh, I crochet. I knit. Yeah, I just sort of do a lot of things. Yeah, so there we go. Let me turn it to the front. Let me get my lids on my glues before they dry out on me. Well, thank you guys for hanging in there and chilling out with me. I actually really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys are crafting too, and not just sitting there watching me get some crafting in. So we have our cover, the cute little envelope. Have our tucks in there with I love the little bee. And then these two are for drawing, journaling. Tuck. Page. Try to flip to here. Let's see. I love the stains over top of the ink. So we have our pocket. So lots of pockets, lots of space to put stuff because I don't like filling a journal up from the get-go because I like to add stuff as we go. Another drawing and journaling space. I sort of like having those together. Love this page. Oh, that's funny. Oh, you cross stitch? Yeah. We went. I do that too. The only thing.
She's definitely got kids.
You're watching Finding Nemo. My daughter thinks that's so funny. I love that movie. A drawing space. I love this. I think this turned out so good. This is so cute. The only craft that I've ever met that I did not like, and I did one time and said I would never do, is plastic canvas. You know, where you like sew with the yarn and the plastic canvas. Not gonna happen. Did it one time and just did not like it. And we have our envelope with our stationery in it. Very cute little envelope. And Catherine, this was done with our sprays. And then I stamped with acrylic paint. It came out really good. Yeah, we got our tag, a rat.
I draw a cross stitch JP and quilt.
Yeah, see, I haven't cross stitched
love
for a
her
while.
laugh.
I used to
Is she
embroider.
talking about me?
Oh, are
Oh,
you talking about my
no.
daughter's laugh? Yeah, she's so funny. Shh. Shh. Be quiet back there. I have the peanut gallery here, guys. Oh my gosh. You know, I just never got into plastic canvas at all. So this is one signature. The third signature of the bunch. I got weeble wobbled in here. So there's the last signature. There's our first signature. Yeah, see, yeah, I'm with you, Joetta. It never got it. It was too boring for me. That's well, good. You're giggling. That's good. So there's our 3 signatures. So guys, this is a chunky monkey. Meg. So probably the what I'll do is if we bind before we get ready to bind and sew our signatures in, I will go through and add lace across some of the ends because I like the lace look. I have the 3 tabs. I just wanted 3 tabs. I don't know why. That's just what I added. One for each signature. But yeah, I know. And I love when they're so chunky. And I love let me see if I can pan it from the side. So you look at all the color. There's just like tons of color in it, and I love that. So yeah, this will make a nice journal. And of course we got the cat and the blue. The blue one's in the middle. I think it's got a pig on it. I used to collect pigs when I was growing up. That was like my favorite thing. Yeah, and that's it. That's why I left a lot of pages. I don't like when there's something on every page because I want to write, I want to draw. Not only that, but what if I want to add something? If you fill every single page, then you can't, there's no room to write on it. So, yep. So, that is. See my last two, Jennifer. Oh yeah, this last one was huge. I loved it. It was you did such a good job on it. Such a good job. It was really pretty. So, well, ladies, it is 11:30. I need to let you go. It's been 2 hours. I'm enjoying myself. I really like it, but need to let you go. And yeah, oh, I know. We're gonna make the cover on video. So when I do my videos, I start from day 1 talking about what I coffee stained or dyed, and like page by page, every single thing I've done in here is on video. So I try to do it all, and I'm going to step it up. We're going to do the recipe one, and I want to do a sewing one. And the sewing one I'm excited about because I got some really, really cool sewing stuff to do. And I have a bunch of vintage sewing things. I have like needle books from the early 1900s that I bought at an estate sale, a ton of stuff. And I'm going to try to, they're actually copyright free. So public domain or whatever. So I can actually scan those. So you have the covers and you can actually make your own. We're going to make our own needle book to put inside our sewing journal and everything else. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Oh, you're welcome, Catherine. Oh, thanks, Trisha. We'll have to do it more often. I did too. And we can actually set it up, where it's not public and it's just private between us. So nobody can hear what we're saying or anything. Yeah, Joetta, this is my nature kit. The Touch of Nature. And everything I have right now is 50% off. So it's like $2.50 or something for the kit. And it's like, I don't remember, like 20 pages and like a ton of ephemera. I try to give as much as I can. I'm just not one of those. Oh, well, Catherine, you want to hang on to that because I'm going to be doing one. You can do it along with me. It'll be a blast. I got some really cool things, like using old zippers and things like that. That's really cool. Yep. So you guys have a good night. I will see you again next time.
Oh, are you gonna
show me one? Give me one. Not that. Give me one.
I don't know if I have any in this one.
I'm trying to pull up. Do you have anything in there?
I have the boys. I have this one. I have this one.
Oh, hold on.
No problem.
So look, I'll show you guys real fast before you go. This is some Elena's drawing. So there's her.
9 tails, a wild dog, and a martin.
It's just different little animals and different people.
Can we see you guys? You can go ahead.
No, I'm in my PJs. I'm in my PJs. Next time I won't wear my pajamas. How's that? You can see my hands. I know she is extremely talented.
From my eyeball. My eyeball's a piston.
She thinks that's funny, Joetta. There you. She's losing it, but she's gonna wake everybody in the house up that's not up. Don't make her giggle. Okay, I will let you guys go, and we will see you again next time. Thanks for tuning in, and if you have any ideas or anything you'd like to see, or something. Yeah, but I didn't ask to see you, did I, Catherine? But if there's something you want to see specifically,
oh my god,
then let me know. That's funny. She'll love that. I'll have to call that all the time. Yeah, or something you want to see, or that maybe there's something you're not sure about how to use. If I know how to do it, I don't know how to do everything, so I'm not all that great. But yeah, just let me know. Send me a message or whatever, and I'm gonna get off the video. So we will see you all later, and I'm sure I'll talk to you in chat and everything else. I just seen a puzzle piece pop up on Facebook. I gotta go check it out because I want to know what people are crafting too. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.